there. You're tuned in to the Inspired Hive podcast, where we bring together a community of leaders, creators, and innovators. Each episode is inspired by targeted conversation and power insights that will help you thrive in business and life. If you're ready to level up your leadership and fuel your success, you're in the right place. Well, I am so thrilled to be chatting today with Laura Zorn. I've gotten to know Laura over the past year, and I cannot wait for you to hear from her. She is a dynamic entrepreneur, hospitality expert, and a business strategist, and she has a passion for creating exceptional guest experiences and optimizing operations. She is co-owner and CEO of Bravoz Entertainment Center in Jacksonville, Florida. And she has built and scaled this multi-million dollar award-winning entertainment venue. She oversees business development, event programming, and the financial strategy. And she's focused on innovation, service excellence, and community engagement. Let's listen in. Laura, I am so grateful we could find some time to chat today, and welcome to the Inspired Hive podcast.
Well, it is my absolute honor to be here with you. I'm blessed to know you, and I have to tell you, thank you for that incredible introduction. Wow, I don't think I've ever been introduced so eloquently before, but thank you for that.
Well, I have so enjoyed getting to know you and the quirky story of the DoorDash. We can stay for another time, but it has been so fun to hear snippets and pieces of kind of what your business journey has been. And I would love if you'd be open to sharing where your story began.
Sure. Well, I was born and raised in Gainesville, Florida, and I was raised by two incredible, hardworking parents. My dad was in the construction industry. My mom was a nurse. And while they were working full time to sacrifice a lot and put my sisters and I through private school, they were also restoring a home that was built in the 1800s.
Oh, wow.
And so my story really starts with them, right? I am the product of them, and they taught me that hard work, and they developed this work ethic that I have because I am very driven. And so I attribute all of my success and to them basically because they taught me everything that I needed to know to go out into the world, work hard, prove myself, and show people what I could do. And so here I am, so many years later, running my own 40,000 square foot entertainment center, multi-attraction. I have a team of about 80 people under me right now. And yeah, I owe it all to my parents in many ways.
Oh, wow. It's so interesting in chatting with folks because those early lessons are such a big part of what I hear consistently in the entrepreneurial space of seeing how your parents maybe pulled things off or put things
Yeah, yeah,
together.
yeah.
And the lessons that you learn along the way and along that journey, but to see that drive and kind of be connected and live that really seems to be such an inspiration for so many.
It definitely was for me. And they're still at it, they both of them. So yeah, I had great examples. And then of course it helps to have a great support system. I have an incredible husband who is also my business partner. I have the best friends in the world and family. And without that, all of them, I really would not be who I am today.
That community is such a big piece of things. And I know in the professional development world, we talk about, who you surround yourself with makes such a big difference in kind of where you're going and how you're getting there. And I think a lot of folks have this energy like you have of just drawing in amazing people to work with and support the goals and dreams that you have. I'm curious what inspires you, Laura.
That's a great question. Um, I am inspired deeply. So I have this, as you know, passion for interior design, and it's something that I've always done on the side and I've loved. And hosting and entertaining. And so my inspiration really comes from beautiful places, spaces, or experiences that I've had. And that could be anywhere. I think of one situation where I was standing outside at a restaurant looking at their koi pond, and just the serenity that was there and taking from that inspired me. And so sometimes it's service at a particular hotel or a restaurant that inspires me. And I'm always looking out in the world for ways to enhance here at Bravo's our customer experience, the thing that is most important to us here. And so I'm forever looking for whether it's design or service or just a beautiful space, right? To enhance my own space here. Those are the things that really kind of catch my eye. And I have this innate knack of um, sometimes I go someplace and things aren't perfect, and sometimes I will see those flaws, but it helps me identify opportunities to make things better in my own workplace and environment for my staff or my customers, both of them.
Oh, I love that so much of how you are engaged with the world is what kind of flows that inspiration into the things that you're doing. And, I hear nature in that. I hear
Yes.
experiences in that. I hear kind of how that kind of connectedness with wherever you are is part of what is inspiring that energy of kind of what you're creating. And it's so cool how all of that has come together for you.
Thank you. Yes, I love nature, as you know, because you and I both live in the most beautiful place. And it's amazing to look outside and just, feel inspired and nourish your soul and kind of get those creative juices flowing a little bit.
How did Bravos come to be?
Great question. So as I mentioned, I have this innate ability to go places and see things, right? And my career background before Bravos was in operations in hospitals, and my job there was always to enhance the patient experience and also the revenue of the hospital at the same time. So that can be an overwhelming job, right? To find the balance between those two. And I had three children at the time, while I was still in healthcare, and I would take them to places to play here in town. And I would sit there and look around and go, gosh, I really wish they had a place for me to sit and have a glass of wine while the kids play. I really wish that they had a toddler space and also something for my big kids to do, right? So that gift that God has given me of being able to see how things can be better, I actually put into play when we opened Bravos because that was the inspiration for that. I knew I could do it better than everybody else in town. And 12 years later, we have proven that that is true. We continue to receive best of awards here in our local community, which we're super grateful for. But the main reason for that is because we focus so much on the experience that we give our customers and making sure that it's clean and it's safe and that our high touch level in an environment where it's usually a low touch type of customer service that people receive at family entertainment centers. We really try to go above and beyond and give a luxury hotel type feeling customer service. And so that's how Bravos came to be. I knew that we could do it better. I knew we could do it better. And I'm so happy that we have.
I so appreciate it, even though I haven't had children growing up in the Jacksonville area, but I have longed for those kinds of things in the community where I raised my kids. That, having a space where the community can come together and experience things together and have fun and feel safe is such an important component of a community. And so I hear that resonating in both the experience that people have, but what you've been able to provide for the community there. So I'm just in awe that
Oh,
there
thank
are
you.
places like you've created there to help families through that journey because yes, sometimes as parents we would love to have that glass of
Right.
wine
Well,
while the kids are playing.
right. And I mean, I'm so blessed that I work in an industry where my job is to bring joy to people. My job is to help them celebrate special days, celebrate their birthdays here with us, graduation parties, whatever it might be. And those are days that are important to people, right? Those are memories that will live on with them forever. So it's really important that they're absolutely impeccable when they're here with us.
Who do you follow for inspiration aside from your parents? Are there others?
Oh, absolutely. So, I mean, in the public world, I love Mel Robbins. I think Mel is super great at keeping it real for those of us that are working women, helping us figure out what to stress about, what not, the whole letting thing go. I really love Mel because I feel like I've not met her, but I feel like I know her just because she's so real,
She's
right?
our friend.
She's a friend and I've never even met her. I'm inspired. My best friend in the whole world since childhood is an incredible inspiration to me. She carries a very high level executive role with an entertainment industry here in the country. And as a result, I've seen the work that she's done, and she's a huge inspiration to me as well. Um, but I would say on public forums, Simon Sinek too. I know he's a big, he's a popular one, but I love him too. I like the people who get straight to the point and try to keep it real because the world can be a stressful place and sometimes it's overwhelming, right? So I like those people who kind of help ground me, and I am a perfectionist by nature. So it's hearing those people tell me, hey, it's okay for everything not to be perfect all the time. So
There's so many lessons in that. What would you say has been the biggest lesson that you've been blessed with?
definitely my children. I
Mhm.
I I couldn't tiptoe around that. I have three incredible children. John Riley, who is 21, Natalie is 20, and Cooper is 16. And they have taught me so many lessons in life. And as a mom, they teach you the most unexpected lessons sometimes.
The gifts that keep on giving.
Yes, they are. That's a good way to put it.
I think it's true that when you can take those lessons from your children and be growing along with them in all that you're doing, it really is that lifelong learning process. So,
It is.
brag on yourself for a few minutes. What do you have going on at this point?
Oh my goodness. Well, as you know, I've been here in Florida at Bravos for the last 8 weeks. And this has been a full-fledged effort to kind of revisit, right? We're 12 years into this business, and while I know we do a great job in that pursuit of perfection, I'm always looking to find ways to make it better. So I've been here doing a deep dive and really investing in my team, investing in technology because technology is so key these days to the success of any business. And so we have implemented some artificial intelligence to help us in our events planning, um, gotten a couple new team members that are on board that are just a beautiful addition to a long established team. I'm super blessed. Our general manager has been with us for 12 years.
Wow.
She started as our front desk person, and I've worked her up into the general manager position over these 12 years. And so it's really been great to be back here. We are launching a new restaurant menu this weekend. We're very excited about that. We've just completely revamped our birthday parties for our customers to again elevate that level of service that we're giving them and try and make it a truly all-inclusive party package for our moms. And that's important. As a mom and remembering how hard it is with younger kids and trying to plan the perfect birthday party for them and give them the best experience, I want to make sure that I'm giving any mom who books a party with us the absolute best that we can give her. So it's been really fun to be here. It's been a complete overhaul, rebranding of our marketing, our website, our technology, our restaurant, and my entire team, basically. So it's been really fun to be here.
I'm hearing the innovation. I'm hearing a lot of hours and a lot of investment in
Yeah.
your team, which from an entrepreneurial space is such a key that I think oftentimes is missed in terms of,
Mhm.
the time we take or spend with those staff. And to hear that you've got folks that have been there over a decade and they've grown through that whole process and are developing their own kind of leadership within. I love hearing that.
It's an amazing thing to watch when you can identify someone who has and it really comes down to the work ethic and being able to relate to people and having the right personality. This is a job that can be hard. It is high volume. We deal with probably about 1,000 customers a week. And it's high volume, it's high energy, it's a very active environment. And so it takes a special person to really dive into that and embrace it. And I've been blessed with multiple staff members that have been here for many, many years. And it really is about the team, right? A business is not who it is without a successful team driving that business forward, always in the pursuit of being the best and giving the best experience always.
Oh. Is there a piece of parting advice that you would have for the listeners? Maybe something that was shared with you or that you've learned along the way?
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Don't be afraid.
Mm,
Just go for it, right? If you had asked me 15 years ago if I ever thought that I would be sitting here having a conversation with you about a business that we have built from the ground up, and this is not the only business that I have built from the ground up, um, I would have told you you were absolutely out of your mind, right? Why would I leave a great corporate job to go and embark on my own adventure that comes with its own blessings and challenges? But what I would say is if you have a passion and a love for something that you want to do, go do it.
I love that so much. When those sparks happen, so many folks are kind of pushing it aside and the nudges keep coming. And I
Mhm.
just love hearing the go for it. It's such
Yeah,
an enriching aspect to all of our souls. And
yeah.
Laura, thank you so, so much for inspiring us today. I'm just tickled to bits that we could get this done. I always
Me
sign
too.
off with a quote and I select them ahead of time. I never know exactly the things that we're going to talk about, but the quote I picked today is from Eleanor Roosevelt, and it's true hospitality consists of giving the best of yourself to your guests. And wow, I think that just totally sums up the things that you've been sharing with us.
That is an absolutely perfect quote. Thank you.
I appreciate you listening in on this episode of the Inspired Hive podcast. Be sure to follow us on social media at Inspired Hive Podcast and subscribe to stay in the loop for future episodes. We're looking forward to our next conversation. Until then, keep living inspired.